Hello, my crafty friends and creators from around the world. Welcome to the studio, or welcome back if you have been here before. It's DJ here. Thank you so much for joining me in the studio today. Today, I thought we could do a quick little tutorial, some fun little tags that we're going to make using some paper bags, some coffee dyed paper, or some cardstock. Whoops, a few stamps, some glue, scissors, a stamp pad, minimal supplies today. Use what you have, and we are going to create these fun little rustic, fun holiday gift tags that you can use in your own gift giving, or that you can give as a gift. Very meta. Gift tags as a gift. And you can send these out to friends and family, or give them out as a hostess gift, whatever suits your fancy. So that's what we're going to make today. I hope you stick around and join me here in the studio. Okay, so let's get started. And I just want to apologize in advance. I'm getting over a cold and I'm still a little nasally. My voice sounds a little weird. So I do apologize for that. But hey, we get sick, right? I mean, what am I going to do? All right, this is a minimal supplies make, and it's going to be super quick. Use what you have. Don't freak out over if you have the same things I have. If you have one stamp, use one stamp. If you don't have any stamps, draw. If you can't draw, then download a picture from the internet and fussy cut it out and stick it on. You can do this so many different ways. Go grab some of your kids' Christmas coloring books, or holiday or winter coloring books, or whatever it is that you have. And if you don't have any holiday themed stuff, use what you have. And, make it fit the person who you're giving the gift to, or you're giving the gift tags to. It really doesn't matter. These are very, very versatile. You can make them 6 ways to Sunday. Okay, so one of the things I think is necessary, or that gives it this aesthetic, is these brown paper bags, which almost everybody has these days. But if you don't, maybe you have some Amazon wrapping paper, the paper that they package with, or a recycled envelope, or card back, or something like that. Grab something like that. I'm going to grab these paper bags, and I have a ton of these. I've given them away. I've saved them. I've burned them in our burning barrel, and I still have a ton of them. I think I get like eight new ones every 2 weeks, so I can't seem to use them fast enough. And that is what I'm going to use. I do have some colored cardstock, but you don't need colored cardstock. You can use some coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper and use that. If you just have copy paper or some other kind of lightweight paper, you can use that. It really is up to you. So don't get caught up in what you don't have, and instead celebrate what you do. All right, so very simply, I cut down the paper bag and I cut out a chunk of this. Now this has some writing on the side, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to try to take pieces from around that. And there's another bit of this here that has nothing on it. So if I need more, I'll just grab it from this side. If you do have writing and you don't have a lot of space, where you could just cover over the writing with your accent piece that goes on top. Don't worry about that at all. But I'm going to cut these, and there's no size, no measuring. Do sizes that you like. We'll just cut a couple here. I'm just going to cut off this crease that's down the middle, because that's just going to be a bit annoying. And then let me cut into here. I hope everybody is feeling well, is healthy this season, is taking care of themselves, wherever you are. I guess if you are on the other side of the world, you are moving into your spring when we're going into our winter here in the northeast of the U.S. But I take care of yourselves, drink lots of fluids, eat well, pamper yourself, especially this time of year because it sneaks up on you. All right. I think I'll just cut these down a little further to get rid of that crease. And yeah, and you know, base these on what size stamps you have or what size pictures or cutouts you have that you're going to use. I like the way that the stamps look because, I don't know, it just kind of gives it that rustic look. So that's why I'm using them. I'll just do a few of these. It'll be super quick. And you can use these on your gift giving now or after the holidays, you know, for birthday gifts and shower gifts. And that'll give you an opportunity to use a lot of different themes and supplies. All right. So we have these papers. And now what we want to do is grab... I'm going to grab my coffee dyed paper. And, yeah, I'm going to use the cutter. And all I'm going to do is just mark it here. Really simple. I just want to give myself an edge on all four sides. So first I'm going to do the top here. And I'm just going to, you know, draw a line that's a little ways in, like this right here. So I'm coming over a little from the edge. And we'll cut that piece out. And, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So if I'm a little off from that line, that's fine. So that fits in there like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to cut it off a little here. And I'm a sleeve call. All right. And so now this kind of lays in the middle there like that. And then we'll stamp on here. All right. And so now let's see. Do I have another one that I can fit this on? Yeah, that'll work. All right. It's a little more around the outside edge, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Go ahead and cut that. And we have that one. So that's two. You can see these go together super quick. This one here. Like so. Making it work. Just gonna put this in here. To watch me do this exciting cutting, which is just probably like watching paint dry. All right, so there's three right there. Maybe on this one, we will use this red cardstock. I think that would be lovely. Let's do this here. And about there. Easy peasy. And when you're using the colored cardstock, you probably want to go with a darker ink because it might not be as visible, but try it. You could also do some embossing ink and then some embossing powder, like in a white on top of the red. That would look really pretty if it was something sparkly like a snowflake, and then you did some embossing. I'm not going to do that here because I wanted to make this a quick video that didn't take a lot of time in case you had some last minute, you know, gift giving and you ran out of tags and you just wanted some quick ideas. You could throw these together rather quick. So that one will be there, and then we'll use this green here. And I don't like the bright reds and greens that are sometimes representative of the Christmas holiday. I just think they're a little too, I don't know, primary for me. I'm not big on those, you know, bright primer. These are a little off. They're a little darker, a little richer, a little more towards the jewel tone, I think anyway. So I do like the way that these look. Got one more little piece here. And I'll cut this here. I would love it if you would tell me where you're watching me from. Are you here in the US? Are you in another part of the world? And where are you? What's going on in your world? How do you celebrate the holidays? I'd love to hear your stories. I'm always interested in where people are watching from because, you know, everything feels so small here in the little craft room, but it's nice to, you know, hear about what else is going on out there in your world. So go ahead and drop me a comment below. All right, let me put this away. All right, we got that out of the way. And now I just want to show you this too. Where did I put them? Okay. All right. Do not freak out. These are pinking shears, but these are, I mean, my youngest daughter is in her is 20. She's going to be 21. These have been around before she was born, and they were used by my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter to do not so nice fabric cutting. They have cut every tin foil, paper, glued. I mean, these things are old, and I don't use them for fabric anymore. So no bad comments about my pinking shears. I have another pair that I use for fabric. And these are my crafting shears. Now I also have, you know, some scissors here like this that I could use, but I wanted to get that kind of uniform edge. So I'm going to do this to a couple of these, and I'm just going to kind of follow up that line that I cut. And this is just going to give it a different look. That's all. And if you don't have these, don't worry about it. I'm not going to do them all this way. I just wanted to give a couple that kind of look. And you can do it with the inside piece or you can do it with the outside piece. You decide there if you want to do this at all. Maybe you don't. Maybe this is not something that interests you. I'm just going to do a couple. Okay, so that'll go there. I think that looks so sweet. Almost looks like a little postage stamp. All right, and then we have some of these that are just very straight. All right, and now we're just gonna grab our ink, whatever ink you have, and if you want to do some inking around the outside like this, go on ahead and do that. I'll do a little here. And I'll go like that. Gives it a little more of a rustic look. And then I'm going to find, oh, I have these Birdie Stamps. My daughter got me these Birdie Stamps. They are adorable. Look at these. Isn't that adorable? I just love these. All right, so I'm going to just line this up as best I can on camera without getting my head in there. And we'll just stamp that and hold it there for a minute. Let that ink sink into the paper. Ta-da! Oh, his little beak's off to the side. That's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's no big deal. We'll do another one with another little birdie on it. You know, these are homemade, handmade, and they get the charm of that handmade look. And it's really hard to line things up on camera, so I'm going with that for my excuse. And we'll put this little guy who looks like a little, I guess that's a titmouse, maybe. He's got that little mohawk thing at the top. It looks like to me. Put him there. Look how cute that is. All right, and now let's see. On the green, I think I might go with a black ink. Just so it stands out a little more. And put this back on there. And I did get these stamps from my November box of Your Creative Studio, and I haven't used this yet, but this is like a little deer head. I'm getting it. Anyway, you'll see it when I think this might be too big. Maybe I can use it on this one. Okay. All right. I'm sure I should have put this on a block. Let me see. Yeah, these don't really go on blocks, so let's use what we have. Let's work through it. Maybe I'll do it this way. Much easier. All right, we'll do this. And you know what? I'm going to stamp this off once because this is the first time I'm using the stamp. So yeah, it's like a deer with some hair and a little collar. So cute. All right, so let's do this again. All right. We'll take that. And we will, I will, here. All right. I'll just press and let that ink set into the paper for a minute. These stamps don't always get a perfect stamp, but let's see what we get. Oh, that's nice. Ink on my finger. It's okay. It's all good. I just love that. I think it looks very rustic and very, I don't know, just simple. I like simple. All right, so while we have the black out, let's take one of these snowflakes. I'm not bouncing you all over the place. And this one, we'll do a little snowflake right there in the center, sorta. Now, if you want to use a smaller stamp on a bigger piece of paper, you know, you can stamp it at the bottom like this. And then if, you know, you can write to and from at the top and just leave it blank for them to fill in. Or if you're using it as an actual gift tag, obviously you could fill it in. So that would give you an opportunity, if you only have a small stamp, to actually make a bigger tag and still, you know, just use the smaller stamp. So there is that one. And I think I will go back to the brown and grab another birdie. And I got the edge there. That's all right. That's all right. We're all right. It's all good. It's all good. Just gonna put him, her. I don't know. What do you think? Is it a him or a her? I think it's a her. And we will call her Holly. Oh, there we go. Oh, these are so cute. I just love these little birdie stamps. They're just so delicate. And you know, if you have another small stamp, you could probably stamp up there or stamp a name if you have those alphabet stamps. I have them, but I'm so bad with them. It's just not worth putting on camera. All right, so let me just turn these upside down and stamp them off. Get rid of some of that excess ink. All right, we got that one. And now we have this long one, and I think I have, oh, here's a snowman. Yeah, I'm going to use the black again. Again, I think this would look really cool if you had some white embossing powder and, you know, an embossing ink pad, and you could just put some embossing powder on there and then make your snowman white. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to go with what I got. Minimal supplies. There we go. And so up here, I could do the to and the from, which again, I'm not going to do on camera. Tap him off. Cover this up. And in that short time, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tags. That went super quick. Now I'm going to use a glue stick, but you can use whatever you have. If you want to use some double-sided tape, go ahead and do that. If you want to use your wet glue, go ahead and do that. But we basically, we want to get it down onto the other piece. And you know, these are gift tags. They're not going to be around for 20 years. Maybe they will, but usually they won't. Usually they won't. So, I mean, if you want, you could also sew around these to, you know, secure them a little better if you'd like. Right? And then I'm going to see what this looks like. Just add a little zhuzh here. Give it more of that rustic kind of handmade look. All right, so there's one down. Next, this cute little birdie. Put him on here, like so. Get him lined up. Oh, just adorable. It's Mr. Snowflake, postage stampy snowflake. Very sticky. All right. And you know, you take all the time you need. You could do these probably while you're sitting watching your favorite movie or show or YouTube person, you know, like Hither and Jan's studio. And by the way, if you're new here and you like what you see, I hope you'll subscribe and give me that thumbs up. And maybe even leave me a comment, and that lets YouTube know that my video is worth sharing and watching, and it tells the algorithm. I guess you hear the spiel all the time, but it really does help the creators here like me let YouTube know that our videos are quality. So there is that lovely little dough. Or actually, that's weird. Oh yeah, no, not weird at all. It looks like, I don't know, maybe it's a elk. Maybe it's an elk. Got some horns there. Antlers. Horns. They're not called horns. Antlers there on that beauty. So, let's see. Another birdie. Oh, this guy was a little big, right? He's got a little more space on the outside here, so there we go. And then we finally have this last little birdie who's kind of over the edge with his beak. Clipped his poor little beak. That's all right. It's all good. There we go. All right. So we got that done, right? All right. Yep. Get this out of the way. And now I'm just going to take some twine. I have this red and white twine, but use, you know, any kind of twine or string that you have. Maybe you have some needlepoint embroidery thread or something that you can use. And we're just going to create, you know, like a little piece at the end. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. One more. so that we can hang our tag on our gifts. All right, and now I'm just going to take a hole punch. You know, if you have a bigger one, I have a smaller one. I have both actually. Use that. If you don't have a punch, you could use an awl or the end of a very sharp scissors. And then just like that, we'll put a little hole. We'll just feed this through. And then we'll just tie a very simple knot in the top, like so. And there you go. There's your first one. I do like the red and white. I think it kind of gives it a nice festive look. Just like the way it brings it together. And then this guy here. And, you know, if you have, if you like glitter and you want to add some glitter or some glitter dots or some glossy accents or something like that, you can always enhance these in any way that you would like to make them your own, right? Yours do not have to look like mine, nor should they, because you probably don't have the same stamps. And maybe you're just decided to use magazines or printouts from the computer. Or maybe you're a much better artist than I am, and you can draw on yours. If I had more artistic ability in that sense, I might do that as well. All right, so we've got, this is 4. Number 5. And you know, I made a set of these, and I just, after, you know, I kind of used a credit card, old credit card, to kind of, or you know, a store card to get the lumps out. I'm just doing this quick on camera, but if you wanted, you know, to make them a little, I don't know, less buckled, you could do that. You can also put them under a book to dry overnight before you put your string through them, or after. Right. This is number 5. Another adorable birdie. And then we have Mr. Snowman. I'll use this one. This one is a little weird. I don't know why it's growing like that. The way I glued it. And I think it's because the cardstock on top is a little heavier than the paper bag that I used on the bottom. Put that there. This through here. And there we go. And you can see how you can quickly, why do I feel like I'm missing one? Oh, I am. Okay. You can quickly make a bunch of these. And then if you wanted to give them as a gift, what you can do is kind of put them all together like this. And then you could make a little like kind of like a coin envelope, or like an sort of like an envelope to put them in, maybe out of some wax paper or some vellum or some tracing paper. You could make a little envelope really quick. Let me see. Let's see. Can we make one quick? We can make one quick, right? All right, so let's see. How wide do we need this? We'll use a little piece of this coffee dyed paper. And I want it like about there. Fold this. No rulers needed. This is my bone folder. We'll get that a little flatter. fold this over and where did I? Here we go. I want to cut it about here, just overlapping it just a little on that other side. Just cut this off. Okay, and then we don't need it this tall, but first let's just fold this up a little. All right, so I did this and I have just a little overlap where I'm going to glue, and now I'm just going to fold this up a tiny bit, and this will make a cute way that you could give these as a gift, and I'm just using what I have. What I want to do now is, if I can find my scissors, here we go. There is this piece here on the end. I want to cut that off. On both sides. And I'm just going to cut in a little on both of these sides, and I'm going to try to make it even because this will fold up like that. Okay, to make a little baggie for these, and then I think I'll go just below so you can see just a hair of this sticking out, and I'll cut that off. So I'm going to go right about there. First, I'm going to cut a straight line because I can't just cut a straight line. And then I think I'll go in with my pinking shears and I will make it a little jaggedy. Just a bit. Like so. And then we'll take these and we'll just do something like this, like that. And then we can stamp. Let's stamp on the front. Let it snow. Never feel like I'm getting a good enough application. And we'll just put that sort of in the center. Ta-da! And then we will just glue this up. I am using art glitter glue, but I have some tacky glue in this Sugar Bell icing bottle that I got on Amazon. And if you just look up Sugar Bell icing, I think it's a 7-ounce bottle. Not 100% sure, but they have them. I'll link it below if I can remember. And if I can get the glue to come out, that would be great. All right, there we go. Now we're making progress. All right, so we got that. And then we just want to fold up the bottom here. And so we made like a little gift bag that you can put all your tags in. Like so. Let's put them in there. Or maybe have one stick out a little more. And then you could just give this as a cute little gift. You could put it inside a card that you can mail out to a friend. You could put it in some Happy Mail. Send it off as a little surprise for them to use in their holiday gift giving. So there you go. A cute little fun way to quickly put together some handmade tags, which I think are just beautiful and rustic and lovely and very handmade. And yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I hope you will subscribe. And I'll see you all, hopefully, in the next video. Thanks again for stopping by.